Hi friends, this is Miss B, and today I'm going to be taking you through some of our first steps in our weaving project. So, me and Mr. Cram have already gone ahead and written your names up here on your looms. Everyone say that word with me, loom. So, this is going to be our tool today that we are going to use to weave on. So, it's really important that we brought our muscles today because this paper is pretty thick, and it's important to make sure that we brought our muscles so we can cut all of these lines. So everyone, say with me, step one is to cut our lines. Cut our lines. So it's super important, like I said, that we brought those muscles today. All right, but when we are cutting our lines, it's really important to remember we're not starting with the tip of our scissors. I don't know if you can see that. Let me move the camera a little bit. It's important to remember we're not cutting like this with the tip of our scissors. We want to slide our paper all the way down to the end of our scissor. And mine is already cut, so I'm just going to kind of demonstrate this for you, but it's important to slide our paper all the way down our scissor and just chomp, 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 cut all the way up. And we're stopping at this line, friends, so it's important to remember that as well. But once you're done, you should get a little hula skirt. Woo, kind of fun. All right, and then I'll bring the camera back up just so you can see. But now it's time to start weaving. So everyone say step two. Step two is to add our snakes. So these are little paper strips, but I'm going to call them snakes for today. I think this will make it a little bit simpler. So everyone say snakes, snakes, and then I'm going to call this our grass. So everyone say grass. Awesome. So there are two rules to remember when weaving. It's important to remember that our snakes cannot be outside for too long or else they're going to get sunburnt. So it's important to remember that only one snake can be outside in one of these strips at a time. Does that make sense to everyone? So we need to make sure that if our snake is starting here, he's playing outside, he's having a great time, he's in his grass, slithering through, we need to make sure that he goes inside because it's hot outside and he's going to get sunburnt. So he needs to go in, get a snack, go take a nap maybe. So it's important to remember that once he's outside, he needs to go back inside for this next strip. But then he's been inside for a while. He's ready to go back out and play. So friends, where do you think he's going to go? Outside, that's right. So it's important to remember as well that when we are going inside, we are not lifting our paper all the way up like this. We are kind of lifting inside this little strip here. So when our friend Snaky here is going inside, we're putting him inside our paper like that. So our snake's inside, he's taking a little nap, but his friends are all outside, so he wants to go play with them. So we're going to come back outside. That's awesome. And then he's playing, he's having a great time, but he's going to get sunburnt, and it's getting late. He's got to go back in for dinner and maybe to go to bed. So we're going to go back inside. That's right. So there's our first snake. And friends, do you see what we're kind of creating? We're creating a pattern. Everyone say pattern with me. Pattern. Awesome. So that's our first snake. And our second rule of weaving, second rule, is to remember that we can't have two snakes outside at the same time because they might fight. They might fight over what toys that they're playing with, something like that. So we need to make sure that two snakes aren't outside at the same time. So if this first snake is outside, friends, where do you think our second snake's going to be? That's right, inside. So we need to make sure that we're lifting this up, and our first snake starts inside. And then he's kind of feeling like he wants to go outside and play, so he's going to go outside. And then he's going to go inside. We're making that pattern again, friends. So inside, outside. Inside, outside. So as you can see, friends, not two snakes are outside at the same time. So we're outside here, 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 and here. And it's important to look at. We're kind of making almost a checkerboard. Does that make sense? So two snakes aren't outside at the same time, and they're spread apart by one space each time. So that's really important to remember. But friends, we're going to do one more together, and then we'll send you on your way to start weaving your snakes through the grass. So if this last snake started inside, where are we going to start now, friends? outside. Awesome. So we're going to make that pattern again. Outside, inside, and then outside, inside, and outside. That doesn't look quite right, friends. What did I do wrong there? Let's see. Oh, I see here. Look what I did, friends. My snake is outside for 2 of these spaces, and guess what? He's going to get really sunburnt. Dang it. So we need to go back and fix that. So that's really easy to do. We just slide our paper back out, and we'll fix that. So he's outside for 2 spaces, so we need to make sure we just put him inside for this one here. All right, so we'll fix that real quick, but that's really important to remember. Can't have our snake outside for too long. All right, friends, let's see that pattern we're making. We'll just continue with that pattern, and then we'll move on to next steps next time. But if you finish with this early, you can move on to a choice. But otherwise, I'm excited to see what everyone comes up with.